there viewers, welcome back to Grumpy Monkey Garage, joined by Miss Raven today. We have an exciting purchase we're gonna go do. We have some tools behind me as I move on this creaky Toyota bumper. Got a bag of tools, jump box with also an air compressor, a fresh battery, a boncolator, and some Cosby sauce, which is somewhere in here. And we're gonna go buy and try to drive home a 95 Chevy pickup. Now, all I know about this truck is it was owned by an older fella who used it on a horse farm ranch. Not really sure. We're gonna find out some more details soon. And it was used as a farm truck, so the mileage is super, super low. And it hasn't been on the road in 15 years. I don't know how long ago 06 is. It's 2024, so that long. So it's been off the road for a long period of time. I'm super excited to go get it. I am gonna try to drive it home. We're gonna summon all of our vice grip garage and zip ties and bias supplies. We need all the support. We're gonna get this.
I brought the hat.
You brought the Chevy hat. We're gonna make it. It's gonna be fine. So I packed my tools. I packed my engine goblin. We're ready to go. Let's get started. This creaky ass bumper. We made it. Behold, Chevy truck. I'm very excited to buy this. In fact, I already went inside and negotiated, and I got this for the maximum price I wanted to pay for it, but I did get it at a good price, so I'm very happy with it. I like to look at the interior to see how the interior is, and I immediately got attacked. So,
there are like 5 wasp nests in there. They flew out everywhere under the hood. They're in the door. They were in the mirror. So you're gonna have one fun ride home.
I don't like bees, and there's a lot of bees, and I don't do bees.
We only had so much wasp spray too, so I got a few of them. I deleted a nest in the hood.
We found out Cosby sauce kills bees, so that's good.
We still got more to evict.
Oh, did you check the date on the tires?
Yes, 01.
What?
01.
Like?
1701.
So these tires don't know the Twin Towers fell?
No.
We're squeezing a Twin Tower joke in. How bad is that? Yeah, so these tires are ancient, but they are Michelin's, so in Michelin we trust. We're gonna make it 100 and something miles home, and nope, we're gonna die. Okay, let's go look and see what else is wrong with this thing. All right, well, while the great bee battle of 2024 occurs behind me as she's that, I decided to kind of look at the interior to see how rotten it is, and we've got some pretty good quarter panelage. You know, it's not falling out of it. It's not rusty at all. Mileage is showing 153,479. That's pretty good. It's got the peepaw rails on the back. That's attached. That's how you know it's fine, you know. 6 lug wheels. Oh, I just made more wasps mad. Is there any place on this truck that is not covered in wasps?
Exactly why I don't know.
Oh, they're not where they usually are though, so that's pretty funny. Yeah, so they said that this thing might just start, which would be awesome, but we need to immediately get it into a town because it had no coolant in it, so there's obviously a leak. We need to check how bad that is. And then it's a little low on oil, but it's safe enough to start, and I didn't bring any extra. Of all the tools I brought, I didn't bring any extra fluids or a jack, and we have 2001 tires. So what I'm saying is, this is gonna be a long drive, and a scared one because bees. But hopefully when we get it to town, all the bees stay in their nature place and not on the big machine. She just killed another one. You are very brave to be fighting them. I'm very, very proud of you. I'm very frightened, and I'm the one who has to drive it, so. Well, they even got her. All right, well, let's see if it starts. Are you getting this? Oh, look at, how long is your truck sat? Long enough to have 5 inches of dust. That's how you know it's good. All right, oh! All right, well, all right, I know, it shouldn't have been that easy before you click off. I just found out that the owner's brother or son or cousin. Somebody was actually working on this truck before we got here to get it in sellable condition. So it has a new battery and they've put fresh gas in it. But they obviously didn't check the fluids because it was low on coolant and low on oil, and the oil looks like La Brea tar pits. But I just wanted you to know I did not expect it to be this easy and this thing just to start. All right, now back to the show.
Anyone play on the exhaust?
We got, do I have any brake lights? The seat doesn't move and I'm not this short. Oil pressure.
You're stuck in there.
Help!
No.
Good thing the freaking window rolls down. There we go. All right, let's see if we can get some seat movementage. Oh, I'm just too fat for it. Well, let's close the hood and stuff, and let's see if we can get into town without, you know, dying. And we'll catch up with you there and see how well the tires hold up. Or you'll see us on the side of the road in 8 minutes. All right, well, we've made our first stop and we're not dead, so that's good, but it was low on oil, so I went inside and paid way too much for a quart of oil because that's what you gotta do sometimes. It's better than blowing it up on the way home. And oh, there's only all the sludge inside the motor, so that's how you know it's good. We're just gonna pour all of that in there, and that's gonna identify as fine. The spirit of Peg and Leggin come to me, make it fine. From old Frostbakistan up there, I guess. That's what he always says in his videos. It's doing okay. There's a massive vibration, probably from those, thank you for cleaning this off for me, I appreciate it. From those 2001 tires that Raven found on here. That's probably the vibration, but it's bad. I mean, it's not just a little bad, it's like all of it bad. So the driver's seat adjusts, the passenger seat does not, but I'm the only one driving, so it works out fine. Brakes, very sketchy. They make horrifying noises. In fact, I'm wondering if I have any rotor left. Nope, I have no pad left on this side. Okay, so found the brake noise.
Oh my God.
Is it worse over there? It's pretty bad over here. Oh no, that side's worse. There's a rotor there. Yeah, so that's good. Horrifying noises all the way around. Nope, there's none. And my phone keeps ringing off the hook. Fellers, I am closed on Tuesdays. If you call me on a Tuesday and I don't answer, it's because I'm doing stuff like this. Leave me alone. All right, I found 4 or 5 or 6 or 28 more wasps inside the cabin while I was driving. I've been using my hat to swat them out the window. Oh, it's got Lexus floor mats, or Luxus. Huh?
It still has the original sticker right here. It says overdrive should not be used for towing.
I've been telling people that forever, so now it's good to have a sticker that validates me. Yeah, so we're full of gas. We'll check our gas mileage here. Let's see if the AC works now that we plugged it in. Oh yeah, we found that under the hood the AC was unplugged.
I didn't hear a compressor.
I didn't hear a compressor either. It was worth a shot. Oh? No way. Nah, that's not AC. I don't know, it feels kind of sussy. It's definitely better than outside air, but I don't know.
That's pretty warm.
Yeah, it was worth a shot. All right, well, we're gonna continue our journey. So far, only fluids have been our problem, but now we have no pads. I'm wondering if we should stop somewhere.
Slap some pads on there.
Yeah, but we don't have a jack. I think we're on team drive it home.
Captain Sketchy.
This is beyond Captain Sketchy, let me tell you. The steering is worse than the everything else. Good to see you again. So I have no brakes, and by no brakes I mean like none. So instead of being an idiot and driving with no brakes to try to make it home after they got really grindy, and we already knew the rotors were looking a little ground up, but figured I'd replace it. Nope, we needed to stop. So we are in, I don't even know what town this is. We're in the middle of nowhere. We're gonna try to
Outright at the border of coming? Not Cummins.
Yeah, that's a diesel.
It is.
We're somewhere. It's far away, but I found no O'Reilly's, so we're gonna buy a jack and jack up one side at a time because I didn't want to buy an expensive jack, and we're gonna we need to change these pretty bad. Well, that escalated quickly. That, you could probably shave a rhinoceros's rear end with that. So that's bad. Why don't you show us the archaeology you found there, Raven? Yep. All right, basically what we're saying is it's bad. Sway bar end link, that's bad. Rotor, bad. Pads, non-existent. So we're not gonna change any of this other scary stuff until we get it home, but I definitely need brake pads to get home, so that's what we're doing. All right, let's see what fits. All right, well that went pretty well. Check out our pads.
Yeah, all the stopping force. That's all we had.
Yeah, so what we're saying is it was a good idea of us to stop, but we have brakes now. I did not replace the rotors because I intend to order stuff from a source that'll get me way cheaper parts. But I definitely made the right call to stop because I wasn't gonna be able to do it for much longer. The caliper's compressed.
Yeah.
And then poured fluid everywhere from the mash cylinder because somebody had been topping up the brake fluid, so I don't know why. Maybe we got a small wheel cylinder leak or something in the back, but we did check our fluids. We still got oil, we still got coolant, so that's good. And now we stop. So our fatality, mortality
rate is going down.
The dying rate is the chances are going down.
Yes.
So the safety is up.
Well, I mean, really, it's only you. You're the one driving the truck.
Yeah, you get to stay in the air-conditioned 4Runner with the camera crew.
Oh yeah.
I get to be in this hot-ass truck with no air conditioning. I'm smart. I really just, oh, this is your water. I really just, you know, make good decisions is what I'm saying. But I like this truck. So far, so good. It hasn't, other than running hot and overheating, and then we had to add water, and then now the brakes problem. And we've only gone 40 miles.
I don't know.
It's not far. We've only been driving for about an hour, so.
We have like an hour and 20 left.
Two breakdowns in an hour, so. We're going good. We're gonna get it. It's gonna be fine. All right, let's get rolling.
Okay.
Well, I think my butt is thoroughly imprinted in that seat after driving for a total of almost 3 hours of drive time. But it's not terrible.
No.
I mean, it could definitely have been a whole lot worse. We had an overheating breakdown, and that was just a lack of coolant. Got that taken care of, and the complete brake failure, which was very spicy.
Oh my God.
But we made it home. It was 100 and something miles from where we were back to the shop, and we made it.
Yes, we did.
And I'm pretty impressed. So not too bad. We're gonna start working on this thing. We'll do some repair videos because lots of people are starting to get into these things. So I'm really excited to put some content out there. It needs a door handle and definitely some ball joints. And what else did we see was broken in there? Sway bar and link.
Rotors?
Yes, rotors. definitely rotors. Yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done is what I'm saying. So we'll make a lot of repair videos on this so you can watch this get brought back to life. No AC. AC doesn't work.
Figured.
But no, other than that, it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
I really was expecting.
I was expecting a little worse.
So everyone who's followed the channel knows that I buy a lot of vehicles. Hilariously, this is actually the most expensive vehicle I've ever bought. Like, of all of them. Not what I've had in them, because I'll buy them really cheap and then put way too much money in them. But initial purchase price, this is the most expensive thing I've ever bought.
That's crazy.
More expensive than old silver Chevy Source, which you can see a picture of here. More expensive than Pops, the red F-150, which you can see a picture of here. More expensive than Rusty.
I got them really cheap.
You got them really cheap after we had already bought them. We paid like $900 for Rusty originally.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is the most expensive vehicle I've ever bought, and it's in probably the best shape of what I typically buy.
Yeah, it's not that
it doesn't
bad.
need an engine or a transmission or anything major.
Transmission, it pulls strong, right?
It does. It pulls in every gear. Overdrive was a little, and then it would go into overdrive, but it was there. So we have all the gears. It goes backwards too. I did check.
Yeah. All the brake lights work.
All three?
Yeah, even the third one.
This is only like the third year for the third brake lights. These usually suck.
It works.
So that's cool. But yeah, well, we got our work cut out for us, but we didn't die, and we got an old truck out of a farm field. It was way too easy, honestly. It really was.
Yeah.
I mean, the previous people who owned it, their brother/son, depending on which one we're talking about, had put a new battery in it for us, and then they had put fresh gas in it, which that's usually all you need for an old Chevy truck anyway. So
yeah.
I was pretty thoroughly impressed, and it just walk across the camera there, Kat. I don't know if you're wide lens enough, but the shop Panther has joined us.
She's gonna go bully the baby.
Hopefully she goes finds any mice that are in here and gets rid of them. To go with all the wasp infestation that we had to fight to get this thing out of the field.
That was so bad.
That made up for the difficulties of having to get it started, was the fact that we had to battle 3 different hornet's nests.
There were so many.
Running.
I think there were 4 total, because I took 2 out of the engine bay, and then I kicked 1 out of the door. There's still 1 in the mirror, but I killed them all. So behind
whatever the hell is in the dash, that every time I would hit train tracks, the bees would fly out. It was a pleasant drive home, is what I'm saying. So hopefully you enjoyed this content. GMT 400 restoration coming soon, and be sure to check in for that. We'll see you next time on Grumpy Monkey Garage.